Hello, I'm Alan Josias, a student from Southern New Hampshire University. I'm working on a goal called Promote Healthcare and Awareness, basically on a project called Ways to Prevent Diseases. And this is the outline that we'll be covering during this presentation. A bit on about introduction, also leading cause of preventable disease worldwide versus United States. Also, I'll be talking about 7 dimensions of wellness, strategies of reducing preventable disease, and even conclusion. So, starting by an introduction, non-communicable disease are referred to diseases that are not transmittable directly from one person to another. These non-communicable diseases are preventable. Around 71% of all deaths globally are from these non-communicable disease. In United States, 900,000 die each year because of this disease. And non-communicable diseases are the ones which are referred to chronic disease and are leading to high mortality rate while they can be really preventable. They are preventable disease, but most of the deaths which took the lives of the people on the earth are caused by this kind of disease. Around 71% of all deaths worldwide, which is 41 million of people, died every year because of such preventable disease. So, leading cause of preventable disease worldwide versus United States, as you can see this table. In United States, 7 out of 10 deaths are from chronic disease, which are preventable ones. And the power of prevention, this is the source where we have got this information. So considering global statistics, 41 million people dies every year because of this preventable disease. So these charts also illustrate the potential preventable death from the 5 leading causes of death. United States, 34% is the disease of the heart, 21% for the cancer, and unintentional injury are 39%. 33% it is cerebrovascular disease, and 39% have chronic or lower respiratory disease. This slide also illustrates the worldwide statistics of death caused by preventable disease in 2008, and a high percentage also is for cardiovascular disease, 27% for digestive disease, and 12% for other non-communicable disease, and the small percentage is for the diabetes. So as you can see about heart attack, this table illustrates clearly the difference in the cause of non-communicable disease between worldwide and United States. So in around the world, these, like for instance for the cancer, there might be the lack of clean water, lack of medical supplies, lack of physical exercise and eating fast food, and even lack of protecting system to sun's rays. So which is very different from United States. Smoking or tobacco smoke might be considered as one potential leading cause. Bad environmental protection, and this overall overview might have or give a clear structure that this can be realized that many causes of cancer are mainly bad decisions people take on their own. So this also is a graph which showcases that about heart attack and cardiovascular disease. 34% death occur from heart attack in United States, where in low and middle income country 80% death occur. Cancer causes 1% of total non-communicable disease death in the United States, where worldwide cause 37% or 2 out of 3 deaths. When talking about unintentional injuries, it is seen that it leads to 39% death in the United States, where worldwide it was not reflected on as a non-communicable disease epidemic, which causing too much death. And something to remind before talking about the difference is that the United States is among the country with high income, and the difference here are going based on the testimony and statistics between high income country represented by United States and the low income country. This slide also highlight leading cause of preventable disease, but mainly emphasize on the similarities between worldwide and the United States. Both in United States and worldwide, rate of death caused by non-communicable disease is high, and these leading causes can be prevented in both settings. Finally, the causes are the same in both United States and worldwide. So these are the slides which give a clear picture of the 7 dimensions of wellness: physical, intellectual, emotional, social, spiritual, environment, and occupational, which are going to be clearly described on the following slide. And about the physical, it's more about functional operation of the body. Intellectual, it's about use of mind or cognitive part of the body. So emotional, it is about ability to trust relationship, laugh, enjoy life, go hand in hand with high well-being. So social is ability to interact with others and make connection with them. Spiritual, it's more about involve personal search for meaning from all direction of life. Environment, more about preservation of resources around us, which contribute more in the present and future life of people on the world. So occupational, it's deriving personal satisfaction in the vocation of someone. Let's have more about the strategy or ways to prevent or to be tackling these preventable disease. And because of the use of tobacco as an example, you might consider the following things. Tobacco-free initiative. By having this strategy, there might be a clear reduction in these preventable disease. Avoiding alcohol usage, as alcohol usage is one of the leading factors, and by avoiding it, great things or a good change can be realized. And taking healthy food, increasing physical activity or exercises, following guidelines like using motorcycles to avoid unintentional injuries, and even continuous protection of environment. So about continuous protection of environment, it comes to attention that most of the respiratory diseases are caused of air pollution, and if the environment can continue to work together for developing strategies which protect the environment, is now becoming an appreciation strategy. As a conclusion, non-communicable diseases are preventable. However, they cover high percentage of death rate worldwide, and with the use of different strategies as mentioned above, these diseases can be really eradicated. These references, right, you can refer to those information or these links for further information or research.